invited. You don't need tickets to go there, but just show up. This is called the Harvest Moon Festival. It is brought to us by LA18. It's happening at the Arcadia County Park. And of course, there will be lots of entertainment, free entertainment, a lot of food, a lot of booths where you can interact. There will be giveaways, of course, and as I said, entertainment. One of the performers is joining us today on the show, the talented Nate Howe. Hello and welcome to Kababayan, LA.
Hello, thank you for having me.
Nate, you have a very interesting story, and I just enjoyed talking to you earlier in the green room. We were talking about this. You were raised by deaf parents, but here you are now. You're a musician, and you just won collaboration.
Right.
It's just amazing, this journey. I mean, a lot of performers, when I interview them here and I ask them, you know, especially Asians, especially Filipinos, you know, who taught you how to sing? And they'll be like, oh, my mom, my dad. So I'll ask you, who taught you how to sing?
Well, it's funny. I mean, you know, yeah, everybody says, oh, I grew up listening to my parents' records or old music, you know, their favorite music.
My parents influenced me because they're into music, yes.
But for me, I grew up listening to my older sister's Britney Spears and NSYNC albums.
Right. So she's not that old.
Yeah, I know, right? So, so it was a lot of, I've loved pop music.
Pop, yes.
And I think that's where it came from. And I always found myself singing along to, you know, pop.
And you would also hear performers say, you know, I do this for my parents. I want my mom to be proud of me. I want my dad to hear me sing. Your parents can't hear you sing.
Right.
Do they know how good you are? Do they get that?
I think so. I mean, growing up, when I told them I really wanted to sing, they weren't as supportive because they didn't know if I was any good, and they couldn't know if I was any good. Right,
of course, yes. So, but do they have a concept of singing?
Yeah, they do. They do have a concept of singing.
Okay.
Absolutely. And when they come to see a show, they always sit as close as they can, and they're always like, we can feel it.
Right. Some people say, yeah, they do. Yes. And you're also doing this for your family, too, right?
Absolutely.
You were born in D.C., raised there, went to college in New York, and then you moved to L.A. to pursue this. Where do you want to take this?
I want to take this all the way. I mean, and I know in LA, in LA especially, it's hard. I mean, especially for Asian Americans, when you think of
to break through,
are there any prominent Asian American artists in American entertainment?
Well, yeah, Bruno Mars is Filipino.
True.
He is Apple the App, Black Eyed Peas, right?
Yeah, I mean, there are some, but you know, it's time for more of it. Yes. And I think that's where I want to go ultimately.
A lot of Asian performers are making headway on YouTube, and you know, they're YouTube stars. They're YouTube popular, as you coined it earlier. We were talking about this, and I asked you, you have a YouTube page, but you don't consider yourself YouTube popular. What do you think makes one popular and the other not popular? What do you think, you know, gravitates toward? Yeah.
I think it's really a mix of timing and how your videos come off to people. And a lot of people that we were talking about, they kind of get a small following, and then maybe like Ellen DeGeneres invites them on her show, and that's when they blow up. And then you look at their page and they have, you know, millions of views. So that's kind of where
maybe you'll get invited by Ellen DeGeneres.
Maybe.
Yes. But for now, you won collaboration. That is a huge deal. And you're saying that it opened doors for you?
Really, yeah, absolutely.
In what way?
I met so many great people, and I've been invited to sing at a lot of events, including Harvest Moon Festival.
Yes.
And we get to go on to the next round, the finals for collaboration, and if the winner of the finals gets to go to Hong Kong and sing at, or maybe not sing, but at least attend and maybe perform at the Mnet Asian Music Awards. Are
you preparing for that? Are you constantly doing vocalization and
Yes, warming up all the time, running around, and because after our first performance at collaboration, me and my bandmate, Rob, my pianist, we were all just out of breath. We were all over, running all over the stage, and we're like, we gotta start jogging and go hiking. Exactly, to get the body moving. It's really important. So.
And speaking of getting the body moving, you mentioned you recorded 2 songs for a video game. Is that?
I did, with a band that I sing in occasionally. They signed 2 songs over to Rock Band Entertainment. So that's coming out later this year.
So we're going to hear your voice there when we play the games.
When you play the game, yeah.
Wow, interesting. So you're all over the place. You're into a lot of things.
Yeah.
Are you doing this full time? Because you studied music in college,
right,
yeah?
I did. Yeah. Right now it's not full time. I also teach sign language at a private high school, and then I work at a restaurant too. You know, I got to pay the bills. So,
right. But what are the next steps?
The next steps are eventually trying to become self-sufficient through just music. So touring and making money through gigs.
Producing albums?
Yeah.
Would you produce your own? Would you sign with a, if given the opportunity, would you sign with a big label?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Well, I mean, we'd have to talk about it first. Yeah. But absolutely, yeah, I would definitely welcome that opportunity.
Because some folks that I've interviewed, they say, they'd rather not, because when you sign with a label, then they have creative control over, and are you more a performer or a creative artist?
I think it's really a mix of both for me. I love having creative control, absolutely, but I do love collaborating with other people. So, if that opportunity were to come along, I would definitely need to talk.
Right.
Like, sit down and talk with people about
it. And you write your own songs too, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Harvest Moon Festival, Nate is going to be performing. You wouldn't want to miss that. He is amazing. In fact, he has a song for us in just a little while. How many songs? What are you singing? And invite the viewers.
Absolutely. So we're doing a 20-minute set at around 12:50. And so we'll be doing about 5 songs.
Okay,
wow. We're really excited, yeah.
Yes, I will be hosting, I will be emceeing the program, so I'd love to see you there.
Yeah.
5 songs from Nate Tao and his pianist, Rob?
Yes, Casey.
Casey, okay. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and I'll see you on Sunday.
Perfect.
Here is a sample of Nate Tao singing for us. Enjoy this one. We'll be back for more. Don't go away.
3 little birds sat on my window, and they told me I don't need to worry. Summer came like cinnamon, so sweet. Little girls double dutch on the concrete. Maybe sometimes we feel afraid, but it's alright. The more things seem to change, the more they stay the same. Don't you have